So we have seen that in Unit 1, and Unit 2 is quite interesting. We are going to see about some important network theorems. What is the purpose of studying these theorems? These theorems make your circuit analysis very, very simple. They simplify your circuit. So when you analyze a circuit, instead of applying conventional method, if you apply theorems, then your circuit simplification becomes even more faster. See, today everything is speed. We want to achieve it quickly. We want to do things fast. So if you want to do things in a lesser amount of time, definitely you will need the help of these theorems. So we'll be studying both the theorems in Unit 2. All are relating to your circuits only. So the first one is superposition theorem. It is very, very simple theorem and very easy to understand. And see the statement, I'll read out the statement. Response of a linear circuit at any point due to multiple sources can be calculated by summing the effects of each source, considered separately, all other sources being made inoperative or turned off. Okay, so this theorem is applicable in a circuit where you will have multiple sources. Source means it can be voltage source or current source. Voltage source means it can be dependent or independent. Current source means it can be dependent or independent. Okay, so in a circuit, if you have more number of sources, if they ask to find the current through a particular resistor in that circuit, instead of considering the circuit as it is with more number of sources, what we will do, we'll consider one source as at a time and find the current. So consider source one, find current I1. Consider source two, find current I2. So S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, you find I1, I2, I3, I4, I5. When all the sources are there, the total current will be equal to I. When I consider individually, the currents are I1, I2, I3, I4, I5. So therefore, I can say I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I5. We're able to understand what the circuit is saying. So instead of finding the current with the effect of all the sources, what can you do? Consider one source at a time. Find the current because of that source. Name it as I1. Consider the second source. Find the current because of that. Name it as I2. So how many other sources you have? Consider them individually. When you consider only one source, all the other sources have to be turned off. That is the condition. See the last line. When considered separately, all other sources being made inoperative or turned off. Turned off means when you have voltage source, you will be short circuiting the voltage source. When you have current source, you will be open circuiting the current source. So in that way, what you achieve, you are considering only one source first, and you are having OC and SC in your circuit. When you have OC and SC, the circuit becomes very simple to deal. Open circuit means current is going to be zero. Short circuit means full current is going to flow only through that path. So yes, network analysis becomes very, very easy. Is the statement of superposition theorem clear to everyone? Is it clear? Maybe the statement may come in part 2 marks or 2 marks, but application of superposition theorem will come in problem, factual problem. How we are going to apply superposition theorem in your networks? And it is applicable only for linear circuits. Linear circuits means the circuits where input and output are proportional. V is proportional to I. So in those circuits only, I can apply the superposition theorem. Okay, in general, if you want to say the superposition theorem in a short term, what do I say is, so instead of considering all the source, consider one by one, find the current and add them. That is going to be the nutshell of superposition theorem. The turning off. So what is meant by turning off means if I have a
Sir, I
voltage
have a
source,
question. So
yes,
you need always add the sources. Like if negative are connected, then how do we do it? So
no, no, I cannot get you.
when negative are connected, when two negative terminals of source are connected, you need subtract no sir. So always I need to add the currents or how so?
No, no, I am what I'm saying is that source simplification and all you will be doing as it is. But what I'm saying here is when you have to consider only one source at a time. So when you have two negatives connected, that means when you're considering only one source, other will be automatically will not be there, right? So you will have only one effective source at that point, right? So subtraction will not come.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes, maybe I think yes. When you do problems, we'll understand. And see here, turning off means voltage source. I'm going to replace it by a short circuit, and current source I'm going to replace by open circuit. So this one we have seen already network simplification in first one I told you. So a voltage source is replaced by short circuit or a wire. Current source is replaced by open circuit. So the circuit is left open and no current is going to flow. And the circuit notation you see, voltage source is there. If I'm going to turn off the voltage source, I'll be replacing it by a short circuit. Short circuit in a simple wire. The voltage was turning off means I'm putting V is equal to zero. What is the condition V is equal to zero called as short circuit? Clear? Next one, see current source. I'm turning off the current source. I is equal to zero. When will current be zero? Current is going to be zero in open circuit. So that is why we are going to short circuit the voltage source and open circuit the current source when you are going to consider only one source at a time. Is that clear to everyone? What is the idea behind superposition theorem? See, for simple networks, it is the superposition theorem. It's not that effective. When your circuit has more number of voltage sources or current sources, there superposition theorem becomes highly effective.